It was second darkest Thursday in human history. After the Friday when Jesus was crucified. So the night before Jesus was crucified and Jesus wanted to have a special dinner with his disciples. Once a year they had a Passover meal, but it was different Passover meal. Why? Because that was the last meal that Jesus was going to have with his disciples. And Jesus, last Passover meal, he had another meal with his disciples. And they were gathered in a borrowed room. Jesus didn't own anything here on earth. And so they borrowed a room for the Passover meal. They gathered together. And can you imagine the atmosphere of the room? The happiness was hovering around, sadness, hatred, pride. Even from the beginning, because when they got together, no one wanted to wash Jesus' feet and anyone's feet. So Jesus said to wash their feet. They're already in awkward situation, right? After that beginning of the meal, what did Jesus say? One of you will betray me. What a dinner. The dinner was awful. And after that, Jesus said, after the meal, they were heading to the Garden of Gethsemane, and Jesus said that every one of you will abandon me. And Peter said, no, it never happened. You know me, I'm how faithful I am. But Jesus said, oh Peter, you'll deny me 3 times. And that's the atmosphere of the Last Supper they had. And do you know what the disciples talk after the meal? No? Even before meal and at least more than three times Jesus talked, then I'll be handed over to enemy and I'll be crucified, and on the third day I'll rise up. And they knew it was the last time to see him, before his crucifixion. And they had the last meal together before his death. And if you're one of the disciples, and with other disciples, why don't you talk about after meal? It's in Luke chapter 22, verse 23. It says, then they began to question among themselves which of them it was who would do this thing. And now there are also disputes among them to which of them should be considered the greatest. Oh my goodness. Those are the disciples Jesus trained for how many years? 3.5 years. Can you imagine? After being trained by the greatest teachers in human history, and after that special education, and after the last meal, they're discussing who will be the greatest. It looks like not hopeful. The mission that has to be carried looks impossible. It looks like Jesus failed his training on his disciples. If the gospel was ended, we do not have any hope. But it was not communion service maybe, but they had another meal with Jesus after Jesus was resurrected. Right? Jesus told them, I'm going to Galilee ahead of you. And there's a reason that Jesus went to Galilee ahead of them. because Jesus was going to prepare a special meal. The Last Supper was prepared by someone else, but this meal was prepared by Jesus Christ. He gathered the stick, and he, maybe chose the good stone to lay, bread and fish. He made a fire while they were fishing, just baked bread and baked the fish, and waiting for them to come to join breakfast. Now, once again, can you guess the atmosphere of that breakfast? Even though they had 1,000 mouths, even though they had 1,000 mouths, but still, probably they were not able to say anything, right? What could they say to Jesus? Could they all abandon, deny Jesus? So it's just kind of very silent breakfast. And Jesus initiated the conversation, especially to Peter. Why it was Peter? Because now he's the one who needs most of his restoration. So Jesus talked to him. Peter, do you love me? Yes, Lord, I love you. Feed my lamb. Jesus asked the same question 3 times. And through the conversation, through that special experience, Peter was restored. But not only Peter. Even though the conversation was mainly between Peter and Jesus Christ, but Jesus was talking to the rest of the disciples. You fled for your life. You abandoned me. I love you. I still love you. I restore you to the position of the disciple. And go and make disciples. And that's the second meal they had. What happened after that? The impossible disciples, unfaithful disciples. What happened to them? Were they remained unfaithful? Don't you know? It's the Acts of Apostles. And we know the story. They got together and in one accord, in one heart, they were united with the Spirit and they prayed day and night until the Holy Spirit descended on them and began to speak in tongues. And they received the Holy Spirit, had baptism of the Holy Spirit, and they were totally changed. And when I was reading the book of John and go to book of Acts, I personally thought if one thing is missed, this is one thing that missed. Probably they had another communion service before the book of Acts, which is not written in the Bible. The disciples got together without Jesus Christ. It was strange because he was always with them. But they began to talk. Matthew, I'm sorry. I was wrong. James, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And Peter was saying, no, I'm the one who's a great sinner. Please forgive me. And there was a confession for each other. And they embraced each other and forgave each other. And probably they couldn't finish the meal because of tears. They dropped down and, strong fisherman's face was, covered with tears. And runny nose and, I'm so sorry, man, I'm so sorry. And and the meal, the bread and fish, what anymore matter for them. Because they were united with God's Spirit. And they began to pray together. And miracle happened. As we participate in communion service today, the same experience, I pray that you may experience the same experience that disciples experienced after Jesus ascended to heaven. The experience they had before the Pentecost, and on the day of Pentecost they experienced. Those things that may be happening as we do communion service together. Jesus commanded us to do this service to remember Him, right? Remember His death, and remember His coming. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for Jesus Christ and His love, His sacrifice, and the hope that we have that you are coming soon and take us home. Oh Father, may this service, communion service, not be one of the services, but maybe the service that we all experience, that Jesus' disciples experienced after you ascended to heaven. Bind us and unite us with your Spirit and love. I pray in Jesus' name.